You're stressed, your sales are down, you're not sleeping that good at night. Let's fix this now. I want to urge you today. This is what I want to urge you to do. I want you to listen. I want you to listen, and this will solve the problem. Hear your own pulse. See the unseen thing. And like, this is what I'm constantly encouraging business owners to do. They always tell me about the thing that they like want to do, but they like don't know if it's really that great because they have this other thing that they're doing that's been working for a long time, and they don't really want to like venture out because it's such a risk to take. And I'm like, and most of the time when people tell me that stuff, I immediately go, that is such a good idea. Here's a way that you can sort of mitigate the risk around that, but like, please pursue the thing, because I know that what we build our businesses off of is the unseen world. This is like a bit of a revelation I've gotten over the past, couple years, I would say, that has been developing. And I see this in people where we want to have this guarantee, or we want to like build from something that we can already see. We want to just like duplicate the process that we did in the past, and we want that to work. That does not work. It does not work, especially in fashion world, because the target is always moving, and I love it. I actually love that. Like, I love classic things and all of that too, but I love the moving target because it keeps me from getting stagnant in my own life. Please understand that the foundation, there are certain foundational pieces of your business that don't move, that don't change. But one of the most important elements that I am telling you to pull on in order to increase your sales is close your eyes and hear your own heart, hear your own instinct. And if there's like a lot of like cloudedness around it and you're just not totally sure, that is normal. But how you silence those voices that are like coming at you is you learn how to quiet yourself and listen. Like, I cannot stress this enough. This is like the type of solution to your sales problem, like not selling enough and feeling stressed and all of that. It's because you don't have clarity. You have lost touch with not necessarily the original dream, because you can't rely. The original dream is enough to fuel you into opening your business. But in order for you to stay in business, you have to find a new dream. And how you find it is by listening to yourself. Okay. Like, we all know those urges or like those moments. Like, I've had so many conversations like in this very room with business owners where they're telling me, again, like, Paula, I kind of like see myself doing this other thing. And I'm like, why don't you do that thing? That's such a good idea. But from my own personal experience, I know for sure that what the issue always is, it's fear. It's fear. And I was scared to sell my business, like back in 2020 or whatever. I was totally scared to sell it because it's all that I knew. And that's what you're dealing with always with the unknown, is you have to find this sense of bravery to push into the unseen world. That is your job as a creator, is creating something that is not seen. That's what you are sought after for. That is why people come to your store, is because you have chosen to take your hands and physically create something that before you did that only existed in your imagination. And if you can get back to the place of the imagination, then you will be able to move forward into the new thing that your business is bound to become. But if you start to deal with like becoming stagnant, I'm so sorry to have to break it to you, but that at that point, you are on the slow road to having to shut your doors. You have to. And it's humbling. Okay? I understand that this is something that's very humbling to admit that, gosh, I don't know for sure what to do to increase my sales. I don't totally know. Like I've taken, like some of you may have even taken a lot of business courses and it just wasn't helping. Like I remember sitting in my multi-million dollar making business mentor in Phoenix, Arizona. And like, God bless her. I remember she was like coaching me through the exact same thing. This was years ago. This was a few years ago. And she finally was like, and I had all of this uncertainty and all of this fear. And she finally just, because she's such a good coach, she took this packet from a place that she had gone to sort of get deliverance from this fear, from her own fears or from her own thing that she was dealing with, like the wall that we hit. And she finally was like, until you deal with this fear, you can't move forward. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. And I didn't understand that that was the thing that was clouding me and keeping me from even being able to like be in touch with my imagination. Like I could see vague parts of it. I could see the vague, like a cloudy version of it, but I was like continuously trying to move forward to it. But what ended up happening is that I hit such a wall in my business that I was trying to start. As a coach, do you understand? That's where I started to hit the wall because I could see something greater. I could see in my imagination the thing that I wanted to become, but fear held me back. And so I had to learn how to listen. I had to learn how to be confident. I had to learn how to do all of these things. And let me tell you something. It didn't come, like a lot of what I'm telling you, it comes from within, and it's things that we pull out of ourselves. That's the type of being that we are. We all know that our imagination a lot of times will lead us. Okay? And if you want to create something amazing, if you want to get out of your sales funk, if you want that to happen for you, you're gonna need to pull on something that is greater than yourself.